October 2025 is here, and it's packed with brand new games you don't want to miss. From epic AAA blockbusters to surprise indie hits, these are the top 15 new games of October 2025. Let's begin.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
Little Nightmares 3, launching October 10th. This is the biggest step forward for the series so far. For the first time, you can play the entire story in online co-op. The game follows two kids, Lo and Alone. Each one has a unique tool that changes how you explore. Lo carries a bow, while Alone uses a wrench. Together, they navigate the Nowhere, a strange world filled with disturbing creatures and dangerous traps. One of the areas shown in the demo is the Necropolis, a ruined desert city where a gigantic baby monster stalks you through the streets. The puzzles now focus on teamwork and make both characters feel important. Bandai Namco has also pushed the atmosphere further with upgraded visuals and sharper sound design. Everything looks more detailed and more unsettling than ever before. Little Nightmares 3 is shaping up to be the most ambitious game in the franchise, and it will be available this October. Jurassic World Evolution 3 brings the biggest upgrade to the Park Sim series so far. For the first time, you can raise baby dinosaurs and manage full family groups. That means males, females, and juveniles, each with their own look and behavior. There are over 80 prehistoric species to build your park around, with more natural animations and smarter AI. Customization tools also get a huge boost. You can shape terrain, add details, and create parks that look more realistic than ever. A new balloon tour attraction lets guests float high above the enclosures in hot air balloons. It looks great, but it also adds risk if flying reptiles ever escape. The Frontier Workshop makes it easy to share your park across platforms or download other players' designs. Campaign mode also brings back Jeff Goldblum as Dr. Ian Malcolm, giving advice and commentary while you run the park. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X or S this October.
We're hiring the best. Din is here to make a difference. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but please.
This is your first and final warning. Din must not continue.
Kingmakers brings a wild mashup of medieval warfare and modern firepower. You travel back in time to the 1400s England with a mix of swords and assault rifles, tanks and trebuchets, and you lead your army through massive, real-time simulated battles. Each soldier acts on their own with strategic AI, so you can't just spray bullets and expect to win. You'll switch between first-person combat and top-down command, sending cavalry, archers, or mech units into the fray. The game supports up to 4-player co-op, so you and friends can split roles, some doing the shooting, others giving orders. Modern weapons don't always dominate. Armor, positioning, and tactics can turn the tide. The campaign weaves your choices into alternate timelines. Kingmakers will launch into early access October 8, 2025 for Windows. Ninja Gaiden 4 is finally here, and for fans of tough action games, this one is built to test your skills. The series has always been known for fast combat and brutal difficulty, and this new entry keeps that spirit alive. You play as Yakumo, a young ninja from the Raven clan, while Ryu Hayabusa still plays a big role in the story. Combat is fast and unforgiving. Yakumo uses the Blood Raven form, letting him turn blood into deadly powers. Classic moves like the Azuna drop and Flying Swallow return, and enemies now attack in smarter groups to keep you on edge. New players can turn on Hero Mode for auto block and healing, but if you want the true Ninja Gaiden challenge, Master Ninja Mode unlocks after your first run, and it will push you to the limit. The game lands October 21st on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, also available through Game Pass.
Yakumo, just focus on the hostiles for now.
Understood. Stop this madness. Stay away from the Dark Dragon Seal. Go back home to your little raven nest. Or die here. If you truly think you found what it takes to slay the Dark Dragon, prove it.
The very fiend that resurrected the Dark Dragon years ago. Even a mortal such as yourself has heard of me? I'm sure.
Die, insect!
Please, don't kill him.
Terminator No Fate is one of the standout new releases in October 2025. And it leans hard into that classic, no fate but what we make line. This 2D side-scroller puts you in control of Sarah Connor, John Connor, and the T-800 as they fight to stop Skynet in pure retro arcade style. The pixel art looks straight out of the 16-bit era, while the gameplay keeps things fresh with tight controls and multiple ways to play. You can dive into story mode, go for quick runs in arcade, or push yourself in boss rush and infinite mode. Difficulty settings completely change the experience. From relaxed runs with extra lives, to Judgment Day mode where every mistake is punished. With fast-paced combat, old-school visuals, and plenty of nods to the movies, this game blends nostalgia with modern design. It drops October 31st, making it a perfect pick for fans looking for a fresh arcade challenge this month.
So you will need to scour levels for hidden items, checkpoints, and bonus weapons. Grapple with enemies, take cover when under assault, and use the weapons of the enemy against them by returning them to cinder. In classic arcade style, each level has its own ranking system with unique criteria depending on the mission. Some require the deft touch of stealth, others the raw power of a 90s action hero. Strategize on how to survive each scenario in the most efficient way possible.
The Outer Worlds 2 is one of the biggest RPGs arriving in October 2025, and it really lives up to the new game month hype. You play as an Earth Directorate agent sent to Arcadia to uncover mysterious rifts tearing the colony apart. The game keeps the first-person RPG feel from the original, but adds more action, smarter weapons, and richer environments. Arcadia is in turmoil, controlled by two major powers, the Protectorate, which monopolizes FTL travel, and Auntie's Choice, a mega-corporation with far-reaching influence. Your choices, dialogue, and who you trust will shape the story greatly. Graphically, the game takes advantage of Unreal Engine 5, delivering sharper visuals, more immersive lighting, and detailed characters. The combat is more aggressive now. Enemies react quicker, and your arsenal includes both melee and ranged options. The Outer Worlds 2 launches October 29, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S. Arc Raiders is one of the most exciting new games dropping in October 2025, and it lives up to your New Game Month hype. In this PvPvE extraction shooter, you leave the underground city of Speranza and venture above ground, known as Topside, to scavenge resources. You'll fight against deadly ARC machines and face off against other raiders trying to take your loot. Every mission is high stakes. If you die, you lose your collected gear unless you extract safely. Use elevators, metro gates, or special raider hatches, if you've got the keys, to escape. Back in the base, you sell loot, upgrade skills, craft gear, and prepare for your next run. The game is launching October 30th, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Up there. But you can decide how you deal with it.
Hey, Raider!
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 doesn't just show up as another RPG this October. It drags you straight into Seattle's hidden vampire war. The city is split between clans like Bruja, Ventru, Tremere, and Toreador, each pulling for control, and you're caught in the middle. Who you side with and how you act changes everything, from allies you gain to the enemies that hunt you. This isn't all about fighting. The game pushes roleplay just as hard. You'll talk, negotiate, and manipulate as much as you swing a blade or use blood magic. Stealth and social choices matter, and every path comes with consequences. Pick the wrong words or betray the wrong clan, and the story branches in ways you won't expect. On the technical side, it's a major step up from the original. Lighting, character detail, and environmental design are built to immerse you in a living, dangerous city. Bloodlines 2 hits PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X or S on October 24th, 2025.
You need? How's the case? Hot leads, cold bodies, reheated plots.
Oh my, I think I know what you are.
They say trouble comes in pairs, detective. Trouble comes in pairs.
You are not the only one who has had strange dreams. You see a garden, and I have met someone.
What? That would mean...
Who is he?
Don't you hear my fire? My fire.
Ghost of Yotei comes from Sucker Punch, the studio behind Ghost of Tsushima, and it feels like a spiritual successor rather than a direct sequel. Instead of feudal Tsushima, this one shifts north to 1603 Japan, around the icy and rugged Mount Yotei. You play as Atsu, a mercenary chasing vengeance against the Yotei Six, the killers of her family. Combat mixes fast katana duels with stealth kills and open-world exploration. Atsu can switch between heavy odachi swings, kusarigama chains, or use a grappling hook to change her approach. Missions are non-linear, so you choose the order of your targets, which makes every playthrough feel different. Ghost of Yotei launches October 2nd as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, bringing Sucker Punch's samurai legacy into a new chapter.
Creatures such as you and I cannot resist the call of revenge.
I found something new to live for.
Battlefield 6 is a huge step for the franchise, because this time DICE isn't working alone. The new Battlefield Studios combines DICE, Ripple Effect, Motive, and Criterion, all teaming up to push the series forward after the rough launch of Battlefield 2042. The campaign moves into the near future, set in 2027, where you follow Dagger 13, a special squad fighting a private military force known as Pax Armada. The tone feels closer to Battlefield 3 and 4, with grounded missions and heavier focus on characters. Multiplayer is the main attraction, and this entry brings back classic roles, massive maps, and the destructible environments the series is known for. Portal mode also returns with better tools, letting players create and share custom matches that mix eras, weapons, and rule sets. Battlefield 6 lands October 10th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, aiming to reclaim its spot as one of the top shooters this year.
The world as it's come known has crumbled. Alliances that held since the end of World War II, gone.
Dagger, this is Pax's ballsiest play yet.
If they succeed, they will have procured the most strategic rock in the history of warfare. Want to help our friends take back this rock?
Hoorah!
We're playing a dangerous game, no doubt about it. Wouldn't be done without insurmountable odds.
The whole world's gonna look different now. Just takes a little shake of perspective.
Gotta love a challenge.
Stand by for re-attack call.
Light him up! We gotta move! Woo! Hold on!
Kincaid will pay for this.
But we don't know how high it goes.
Trying to start a war with the CIA?
That is not the fucking question!
This is it. I know what I gotta do.
Wreckreation joins the lineup of new October 2025 games with something completely different from the usual shooters and RPGs. Built by Three Fields Entertainment, the team behind the Burnout series, this game mixes high-speed racing with full creative freedom. Instead of just driving on set tracks, you're dropped into Mix World, a massive 400 square kilometer map where you design the roads, ramps, and stunts yourself. The hook is that everything can be customized. You can lay down loops, jumps, and even floating highways while your friends are already racing on them. Cars can be tuned visually and mechanically, from paint and wheels to boost flames and engine sound. Whether you want serious races or wild stunt runs, Wreckreation is all about player creativity. It arrives October 28th on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S, making it one of the most unique releases this month. Pokémon Legends ZA is one of the biggest new releases in October 2025, and it marks a bold new step for the franchise. Acting as both a follow-up to Pokémon X and Y and a continuation of the Legends series, it takes place in the Kalos region with Lumio City as the main hub. Instead of sticking to the classic format, this entry reimagines how Pokémon battles work while keeping the spirit of discovery alive. The major change is the combat system. Battles now play out in real time, so movement and timing are just as important as type matchups. At night, certain areas turn into dangerous battle zones where wild Pokémon can ambush trainers, making exploration riskier and more exciting. Pokémon Legends ZA launches October 16th for Nintendo Switch and the new Switch 2, making it one of the must-play titles of the month. Dragon Quest I and II HD Remake lands October 30th, 2025, and it's one of the standout RPG releases this month. Square Enix and Art Dink rebuilt both classics in the same HD 2D style used in games like Octopath Traveler, mixing modern 3D effects with detailed pixel art. It keeps the heart of the originals but makes them feel alive for a new generation. This remake isn't just about updated visuals. Dragon Quest I now has multi-enemy battles, plus new systems like sigils and scrolls to expand strategy. Dragon Quest II brings fresh content too, including an underwater region and added story beats that flesh out the world. Both games feature new dungeons, rebalanced combat, and pacing tweaks that make the journey smoother without losing the old-school challenge. Dragon Quest I and II HD Remake delivers a package that appeals to longtime fans and newcomers alike. It will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, and PC.
Princess of Canaan. She is a scion of Erdrick and sister to the Prince of Canaan, and raises havoc in battle using her swift speed and free-spirited and mischievous abilities.
Let the chaos begin!
In between fighting and exploring, you can also try your luck with the Tombola minigame, where you can win various prizes. Collect tickets on your travels, then use them in a Tombola machine to claim your prize. Anything from rare equipment and fashion accessories to other useful items to aid your quest.
Together we shall restore peace to this fair realm.
The timeless adventures that define a genre return. Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D Remake. Bring
Tormented Souls 2 builds on the legacy of the first game by Dual Effect, and it's coming this October as one of the most chilling new releases. In this sequel, Caroline Walker returns as the protagonist, trying to save her sister Anna, who's tormented by violent visions that begin to manifest into reality. She travels to a mysterious clinic at Villa Hesse in southern Chile, only to discover that things are far more twisted than they appear. In true survival horror fashion, you'll explore dark, decaying environments with fixed camera angles, solve puzzles, and manage scarce resources. You'll face grotesque creatures and supernatural threats that push you to think carefully before every move. The tension comes not just from monsters, but from the distorted reality seeping in around you. Tormented Souls 2 launches October 23, 2025, on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. So it's definitely one of the October surprises you won't want to miss. Painkiller returns this October as one of the surprise entries in the new games lineup. In this reboot by Anchar Studios, the classic action shooter franchise gets a twist. Rogue Angel, a new co-op roguelike mode where players dive into procedurally generated arenas filled with demons and loot. The game still supports offline play, so you won't be forced into online-only modes. You get to choose from 4 characters, Ink, Void, Soul, or Rock, each with unique perks to boost health, power, or energy. The world is gothic, gritty, and packed with enemies ranging from swarms to titanic bosses. They've also brought back, or reworked, elements like infernal weapons and tarot cards to boost your abilities mid-battle. Painkiller launches October 21st, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. It's a blend of old-school demon slaying and modern co-op design that could appeal both to longtime fans and newcomers alike.